Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Philly Round of MUTtips. I am back in front of you guys today to talk about the MUT Salary Cap mode. I love this mode. And real quick, if you like this mode, if you're a fan of this mode, hit that like button on the video. And also do me a favor and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. But what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of this actual mode. And what I want you to do is, again, if you like MUT Salary Cap, I need you to hit that like button. And also, we're going to talk about some of the pros and cons to the MUT Salary Cap mode in the comments section. So just make sure that you stay involved with the video. I want to make sure I get input from you guys, because a lot of times no one actually, I'm not going to say no one, but a lot of people don't interact or take input from people who view their videos. And I want to make sure that you guys are having your voices heard as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. Number one, the reason why I like this mode is because I believe it's the great equalizer. All right. There's a lot of guys who play MUT who are simply out there to hoard cards. All right. And there's no wrong or right way to play MUT. You can do whatever you want with this mode. If you want to hoard cards, if you're an auctioneer and you play the mode, you know, just trying to keep value on cards, this mode, or this gameplay mode, this ranked version of MUT, has actually made it easier for you to sell cards, because it's actually giving all cards value based on the so-called cap value. So you have opportunity to keep cards that were previously just throwaways. Now it actually has some value, because if a person doesn't have or you know, can't use a golden ticket card because they don't have enough room on their cap, or they can't use, you know, a 30 or 40 cap value card because they have to get a, you know, a 10 or 20 and under card, those cards now have value. Now they don't have exceptional value, but they're not just throwaways like 250 point cards anymore like they used to. All cards are now essentially, and I'm making a general statement, all cards should be essentially at least over, you know, 15 to 2,000 coins. You know, there may be some that are out there 750 or lower, but essentially, if a card can be used, you can now make money off, not make money, but make coins off of that card. Whereas in before, oh, they're low rated, I'm just going to throw this card away. All right, so that's one of the things that I love about the cap. In addition, it also gives people who are just regular MUT fans, regular gameplay fans, regular mode fans, and CFM, it gives them the opportunity to come into MUT. What a lot of the regular tournament guys, and I know a lot of people don't want to really hear about tournament guys, but that's the mode of the game that I come from. That's the community that I come from. So a lot of those guys hated MUT because they said they didn't like the fact that everybody could have these high rated cards, these 99 overall cards. They looked at it as cartoonish, fake, corny, whatever you want to call it. But with this cap version of MUT, you now, like I said earlier, you equalize everything. So you're not going to be running out there with a bunch of 99s. You can't do that. You won't have enough cap space in order to do that. So that brings those guys into the mode. Now, by doing that, that also means that these guys who are used to playing in highly competitive events, you're going to see new schemes out there. So one thing that I want to address with that as well is the fact that a con that I have with the mode is EA has to find some way to prevent this mode from becoming a 7-on-7 match. And this isn't something that I actually thought of up front. This is something that Grand Champion shared with me, and he was saying that, and if you really look at it, there's guys out here who are building teams around essentially 8 cards or 4 cards. You know, you have a loaded secondary, or golden tickets on a golden ticket on each side of the ball, or however many you can get. I'm not sure how many the cap value is. I think golden tickets normally cost you around 80 in cap value. So if you have two of those cards and they're dominant players, like you have a dominant corner or a safety who's a golden ticket, or you have a dominant receiver who's a golden ticket, that's going to be kind of hard to keep an actual game, to scheme a game. Only thing you're going to do is chuck the damn ball. And that's not really sexy to watch as well, or that's not going to bring new people to the mode as well. So they have to find a way to deal with that. Also, one thing that they really have to focus on to keep the integrity of this mode alive is to make sure that in order to lock your roster or keep your roster locked, you need to keep that card or have that card in your binder. So why do I say that? Because a lot of guys will share cards. Let's say I'll share a golden ticket and lock my roster, and then once you do that, you can use that card throughout that event. That's not cool. If it's not in your binder, you should not be able to use that card. If you take it out of your binder, you should not be able to use that card. That's common sense. I don't think anybody will argue with that. But again, you have your opportunity to voice your opinion in the comment section, so make sure that you please do that. Let's also move on to something else. Again, I said I believe we need to make small ball effective also, not just, again, the 7-on-7. So there needs to be diverse schemes in MUT. So you can't just have people saying, I'm going to load up on fast secondary players and use them to play the run, to blitz and everything. That shouldn't be an option that works for everybody. Same thing on offense. You shouldn't be able to just have receivers that you're just going to chuck the ball to and live and die off of chucking the ball. You should be able to be effective if you say, I'm going to have a balanced team and my O-line is strong, and I have like medium level running backs and stuff like that. I should be able to run the ball if a person with golden tickets as D-backs didn't focus on their D-line. So those are some of the things. I'm not going to take up all the potential pros and cons. I'm going to leave that stuff for you guys to talk about in the comment section as well. This is Philly Ron. Please make sure you like the video. Like the video as well if you love MUT Salary Cap. Make sure you leave a comment talking about what your pros or cons of the mode is in the comment section. Share the video if you can. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for me. I really appreciate you guys coming through. This is Philly Ron. Peace.